I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV. And I'm poor decision-making Rob Lowe, and I have cable. With DirecTV, if you tune in late to a show, you can just restart it from the beginning. I'm going to miss my show. This shady drifter wants to borrow my car.
Oh man, if they only knew, I don't know.
Even if I don't get home in time, with DirecTV, I just restart my show. I just ate this tuna sandwich I found on the bus. Don't be like this me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Hello. Before we travel through the hotel, I'd like to share some damaging facts about the housekeeping department specifically. For example, water used in hotels and other lodging businesses accounts for approximately 15% of the total water use in commercial and in institutional facilities in the United States alone. 16% of all water usage in the hotels is from the laundry facilities. It consumes from 2 to 5% of the total hotel electricity, which washing machines approximately account for 35%, and drying and finishing accounts for 65%. Also, the repair and maintenance expenditure of laundry equipment is around 15 to 20% of the total laundry earnings. And similarly, the expenditure of chemical usage for laundry is around 15 to 30% of the total laundry earnings. Let's go to the housekeeping department. Hi, I'm Sustainable Rob Lowe.
And I'm Unsustainable Housekeeping Rob Lowe. And here at our resort, we make sure we have thousands of towels on hand every day, so that every time you take a shower with that really hot water, and make sure you make it extra long, you can have 2 towels every time. And we make sure that when we do laundry, we use lots of hot water and harmful bleaches and chemicals, so you can't treat your wastewater. We also make sure to encourage guests to leave the water running when they're brushing their teeth. And if you need to pee, it'll help you to pee. Also, keep that artificial light coming.
Have you ever thought about using natural laundry detergents and cleaners? They can reduce the amount of harmful chemicals that get left behind on clothes and surfaces. And hey, you should try using water flow restrictions on your sinks and showers to be conservative in your water usage. And using cold water instead of hot water can help conserve energy and resources.
Well, that just sounds stupid.
Well, did you know that washing your clothes in cold water and warm water instead of hot saves 500 pounds of carbon dioxide each year, according to the climatecrossess.net. And drying your clothes on clothesline 6 months out of the year saves another 700 pounds. You should try using a towel reuse program when visitors leave towels on the ground when they need to be washed.
Huh. I guess we could try a little bit harder to be more sustainable in our practices.
And it's easy to implement. Did you know? Every year, consumers in the industrialized countries waste almost as much food as the entire Food Network production of the sub-Saharan Africa. The amount of food lost and wasted every year is equal to more than half of the world's annual cereal crops. In addition, the United States organic waste is the second highest component of landfills, which are the largest source of methane emissions. And finally, the sources of food waste in restaurants vary greatly. But, on average, a restaurant can produce 150,000 pounds of garbage per year.
Hi, I'm Unsustainable Rob Lowe, and I own a restaurant here in the resort in Fairfax. We have a great crowd of people daily, and our business is thriving. Let me tell you a bit about how we operate here. We have a menu filled with a whole selection of exotic foods, which we import from all around the world. At the end of the night, we throw away all our leftover food. Isn't that great? We also give each of our customers paper napkins and plastic instead of linen napkins, because it's a lot easier. When washing our dishes, the dishwashers leave the water running and use harsh and harmful chemicals to do so, which they also use to clean the restaurant. It makes it really clean. We have a great selection of staff, which we have bought from all around the world.
Did you know that growth, manufacturing, transportation, and disposal of food contribute to 13% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions? You can help reduce that. Also, hire locally instead of hiring people from foreign countries. And instead of throwing away all your leftover food, you can donate to local shelters or food donation companies. That would help out the less fortunate in the community.
No, we don't do that many things wrong.
You should see housekeeping. But seriously, you should try using water flow restrictions in your sink and encourage your staff to restrict their dishwashing time. You can also buy cleaning products that are environmentally friendly and that use less harsh chemicals than other brands. For example, a company called Honest Company, who take pride in creating environmentally friendly and ethical products. You can also use cloth napkins and silver cutlery instead of plastic.
Well, I guess we can try to implement those sustainable practices. Thank you.
The next place we are going to visit is the hotel's spa. I'd like to share a few facts with you before we go. According to CNN, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, has a very limited ability to regulate cosmetic ingredients, and they additionally cannot require ingredient labeling on products intended for salon use only. Also, chemicals used in the beauty industry are underregulated, and many release carcinogens. These chemicals can be found in hair products, nail polishes, hair extension glues, and other sources used in salons. They can cause headaches, skin irritation, some long-term effects that also include cancer, liver, and kidney damage, birth defects, and asthma. Let's go over to the spa and see what we can do.
Hi, I'm Unsustainable Spa Roblo, and my job here is to make sure that everyone really relaxes to their full potential. Everyone knows that the most important thing in a spa is to have as many towels as you want at your disposal, so we make sure to have a room filled to the brim with freshly washed towels. And don't forget about these fabulous robes that we make sure to provide every guest for maximum comfort. Sure, we do 20 loads of laundry each day, but we need enough to make sure that our customers have new towels every single time they wash their hands. So we make sure to have all of our brightest lights on at all times of the day so that our customers can really see how much they're enjoying their time here at our spa. Our customers are our #1 priority, so we definitely want to give them treatments that they think are effective, but can actually contain chemicals that can be harmful to their bodies.
Thank you. Have you ever considered giving each guest 1 towel instead of 5? That really helps with the water usage and electricity that you're using to continually wash the towels every day. Also, it's really easy to encourage your staff to turn off excessive light usage. For example, the rooms like the linen closet or the treatment rooms that you use for your guests.
No, my staff is very busy making sure our guests are relaxed, so they can't be bothered to turn off the lights every single time they leave the room.
That's a valid point, but an option for that would be using motion-censored lights that will turn off every time a room is vacant after a certain amount of time. I also suggest that you switch up the products that you're using on your customers so that they're not harmful and dangerous to their skin. Companies like Lush offer a wide variety of natural, organic, and handmade cosmetics and oils that are great for their skin and beneficial to your company.
I make no promises, but I'll definitely take all of this into consideration. Thanks, Rob.
Baby steps. Before we head over to the landscaping and ground maintenance, I'd like to share 3 facts with you to talk about how landscaping can be damaging to the environment. First, landscaping accounts for all 16% of the hotel's water usage. Second, using chemicals on the lawn or garden, whether it's herbicides, pesticides, or fertilizers, is very destructive to the natural environment, such as chemical runoff. And finally, the incorrect use of mulch in landscaping causes many mass landscaping projects to fail and inflicts major environmental damage by spreading disease and weeds.
Hi, I'm Unsustainable Ground Maintenance Rob Lowe, and I'm responsible for the upkeep of the landscape at the resort. Every day, I make sure the plants doesn't die out in the hot sun by keeping the water running 24/7. Who in their right minds have time to water each plant individually? And when those nasty little pests try to ruin our beautiful agriculture, I simply spray them with harmful chemicals that will surely get the job done. It is my mission to destroy all pests. Also, when it's time to hire new employees for ground maintenance, I simply hire people who already done agriculture and farming their whole lives. Why waste time training new people?
In some cases, it's beneficial to plant native plants that require less water usage, depending on the area. Also, consider to plant the plants closer together so that there's a smaller area to water instead of large areas to water. Using as little water as possible also attributes to not using the water 24/7.
Well, no, I never thought keeping the water running 24/7 was a bad thing.
It's very wasteful. That water could be redirected in other places. Also, using harmful pesticides like the ones that you're using are not only harmful to the plants and the pesticides, but to the air that we breathe. An alternative to pesticides are using nettings to keep away bugs from laying their eggs onto the plants.
Wow, thank you. That was very helpful.
Really easy to implement once you get started. And it's beneficial in the long run. Also, one more thing, hire locally. It helps the economy and it supports the families around. Thank you. Before we head over to the resort recruiter, to her main office, I'd like to share some facts with you. The average office worker uses 10,000 sheets of copy paper each year. The United States alone, which has less than 5% of the world's population, consumes 30% of the world's paper. And over 40% of wood pulp goes straight towards production of paper. And finally, printing and writing paper equals to about 1/2 of the United States paper production.
Hi, I'm Unsustainable Travel Agent Rob Lowe. I work for a popular agency that books thousands of trips for people each year. Every morning, I drive to work in my gas-guzzling SUV. Gas costs me $70 a tank. Isn't that great? In our office, we have hundreds of brochures for people to look at. Not everyone takes them. Some people even leave them in the parking lot. But at least people are looking at our brochures. The field and tell people about our great company. I bring cool plastic souvenirs to give away. Sometimes I even see people throw them in the trash. At least people are taking them off our hands. I'm so proud to be working for a company that's unsustainable. We send our customers to beaches with litter, areas with high pollution, and 5-star hotels that have excessive water use. I'm so glad to be working for the unsustainable tourism.
Have you ever considered using a car that uses less fuel and therefore it wouldn't use as much petroleum and it's even cost efficient? Also, those brochures that you hand out in the office can be recycled. Try setting up recycling bins in your office and directing customers to them. Or you can even use electronic brochures on tablets and computers like the one you're using. As for the plastic souvenirs that you hand out on your site visits, I recommend that you tell your customers to only take what they need or plan on using. Offer incentives to customers to recycle. And finally, it would be great and really beneficial for your company if you promote sustainable tourist destinations. There are tons of locations that are both fun and sustainable. Try these steps and you'll be on your way to a sustainability in no time.
Wow, those are really great tips. I never even thought of those. I'm going to use them next week in our office. Thank you so much for saving me, Sustainable Rob Lowe.
Absolutely. Any company can be unsustainable, even tourism companies. But don't worry, it's real quick fixes that will last in the long run. Trust me, your customers will love the new sustainable company, and they will thank you for sending them cool, eco-friendly tourism destinations. Implementing sustainable practices throughout a company doesn't happen overnight. It takes one team member of each department to work together for a common goal. Looks like my work here is done. Hey, so it's been 6 months since I last visited the resort. Let's check in with our Unsustainables and see how they've made progress while I was gone. Hi, Unsustainables.
Hi.
So my question for you today is, how have you increased your sustainability practices within your own department?
Well, in the housekeeping department, we've increased our sustainable practices significantly in the past 6 months. For instance, we decided to use a reuse program for our towels. If you'd like to keep your towels, then you can leave them either on the rack or keep your bed sheets on the bed. But if you'd like us to replace them with new ones, then you can put them on the floor. When we wash our towels, we've also decided to use all-natural laundry detergents and use cold water instead of washing them in hot water, which will help us save energy in our heat resources and will help us use natural laundry detergents instead of harsher chemicals. We've also decided to place water restrictors on all of our faucets, and in addition on the water flow in the showers, so that people are using lower pressure when they shower, and hopefully taking shorter showers. Lastly, we've decided to provide incentives for all the customers staying in the hotel, so that when they are more energy efficient, they can amount points for extra nights and reward dollars.
Thanks, Unsustainable Housekeeping.
In our restaurant department, we have upgraded our dishwashers, ice machines, and steam cookers to Energy Star models. By doing this, we have reduced our water and energy usage by 10%. We have also educated our staff on proper dishwashing techniques to reduce the overall water we use. We have also hired 5 new servers locally and 1 new local manager. And we have also found a local supplier for fruits, vegetables, and meats.
Thank you, restaurant.
In our spa, reports have shown that since switching to motion sensor lighting in our storage areas, we've reduced approximately 45% of our energy consumption. Also, we've installed new water fixtures that have allowed us to use 20% less water. And lastly, we've also switched to all Lush products, so they're all organic and they don't use harmful chemicals anymore.
Thank you, Spa.
Yes.
So in ground maintenance, our reports have shown that we have maximized the use of locally sourced native plants material that is well suited for the local environment. These plants require less fertilization, irrigation, and pesticides. We also have planted trees and other plants that do not need to be watered as often. We have improved our water irrigation efficiency by hiring a professional certified WaterSense program by installing a water efficient system. We have cut down on water from evaporation, wind, and runoff by replacing existing clock timers irrigation controls.
Thanks, ground maintenance.
Thank you.
I'm proud to say that the recruiting department has gone sustainable. We have officially gone digital. We've cut paper usage by 75% by using tablets and LCD screens instead of brochures. We've also updated our website, and we have 2 new social media accounts, including Instagram and Twitter. We have no more plastic souvenirs, which has cut our plastic waste by 90%. We encourage our customers to visit our social media sites instead of grabbing plastic souvenirs. We also have customer incentives for recycling and monthly giveaways for our customers. We have implemented a new sustainable tourist travel guide, which gives discounts and incentives for anyone who comes to our resort and acts sustainably. And I'm not driving that SUV anymore. I have a new electric car.
Sounds like good progress to me. Congratulations, Unsustainable, as you are officially Sustainable Department.
Woo!